pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Greetings and welcome to Walk in Spirit. We have all been born a light worker and have abilities or gifts. We have been given this opportunity to live our purpose in life in love, light and harmony. Although everyone is different and some are in tune throughout their whole lives, while some are either just recently becoming or recognizing their gifts and wanting to grow them, while others choose to stay tuned out. Either way, the choice is that of the individual, but those who choose to follow their path will in their own right be walking in spirit. My name is Tere, and I'm your host for this show, Walking in Spirit, held every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The lines are open now, so if you'd like to ring in, you can at any time on 152 047 79587, or else join us on our online chat room and message me live with any questions or topics you may have or wish to discuss. I will also, if we have time, allow a few one-card readings today. I'd like to say a big thank you to Sprinkles and the OTCR crew for this opportunity. So with that being said, let's get started. I thought just for now, while people are still joining in, I'll take you through my introduction of myself and what it is exactly that I do. How walking with Spirit has basically changed my life for the better and the blessings I have received in doing so. Okay, so basically I have a vast range of abilities that I use along with Spirit. I apply everything that I learn every day into my everyday living. I can basically do clairvoyant readings. I also do card reading, mediums I can channel. Also have a lot of time with Mother Earth, so I like to blend in with nature so that I'm always connected and grounded. So there is a very vast range of stuff that I do, but what's more passionate about what I do is that basically I love to be able to be there to help others. So anything that I can do to assist anyone in wanting to learn and grow in their abilities, I'm right here to do so. Watching them to, grow spiritually and learn more about themselves is just a blessing to see. I've helped many others, even though my walk basically started where I got full on was in the last 2 years. I started my own groups. These groups are based on every step. So you've got one of the groups that I do are basic knowledge. So it's just learning about your safety and everything that you need to know about your walk. I've also got another group that is an upskilled, basically. So you're past all that and you're learning to apply your own gifts daily into into everything that you do, knowing that you have spirit to be your guide, and just that you absolutely do. So it's really awesome to see the progress that everyone is doing at the present. Also got a new group that I started up, which is Mystic Warriors. That's basically giving people into the more advanced levels, so to speak. Now this also heads into more the encounters that we have. It explains everything, as exactly who you are and how you go about being an investigator, so to speak. My role in that side of things is basically connecting with those spirits in those places and allowing those to connect and communicate with me, basically to say their views. So it's basically having a one-on-one conversation with a ghost and getting their views of what their lives are like on that side, on the other side, basically. How they view us, and everything to do with how they see things, what irritates them, so to speak, and so forth. So not a lot of them are actually quite dynamic, so to speak. You've got the ones that basically are there who are wanting to move on, who are wanting to cross over into the light, but will have their opportunities to do so. So with that being said, hi Peg. Yeah, just looking at the live chats now, and we've got a couple of people coming through at the present. But over these next few weeks, so to speak, we basically will be looking at the basics of your walk as a spiritual person or a light worker. So we will be looking at your safety first and foremost, everything that comes along with that, protection. You'll need to know about protecting yourself. Also know that basically the traits that you will need, because going along this walk is not going to be very easy. It is going to be as your light glows and grows and your knowledge grows, you become more prone to spirit and also the lower levels of spirit. So basically it's you learning how to make sure that you're covered in all areas. We will go over that more so after the break. But then also, be looking at continuing on with how you go step by step, as you grow and as you learn more about yourself and applying those abilities into your life. And to allow, basically your family and friends to see you exactly as that light that shines. We have also coming up over the next short time, I'm hoping I'm wanting to get in a few of the people that I have helped to grow themselves, and bring them on the show so that you'll get to meet them and exactly where they are in their walks today. A lot of them, though, are basically from last year, when I started my group. And I've just watched them grow so strongly, and then they're so strong. It's just really beautiful to watch how every strength or every step that they've taken, they've passed through with flying colours, so to speak, with the help not only from myself but from everybody else that's in the group. It's just having that support of just everyone that is like-minded to be there and to be able to support and nurture and grow as one. So basically that's basically topping off everything that we have coming up for you for now over the next month or two. But, I'm really blessed to even have this opportunity to, have this talk show. And like I said to the OTC staff, I thank you guys for this opportunity. Because also I feel that it's important for everybody who is learning, or even who is in or full on, as a light worker. There are some things that we tend to forget. There's a lot of things that aren't said. So to be able to, go through step by step on the different walks that people have, but bringing it all back to, the necessities of learning, the necessities of growing. As this day and age, or this era today is based around, tradition and so forth. People need to understand too that basically in this walk of yours and mine, you need to be able to go in feeling comfortable. So, for instance, guidance, asking for guidance. There isn't no specific ritual on how this is done, or even asking for protection. Again, there's no specific way on how that is done. So basically, the way that you perceive things as an individual is the way that you should be able to ground and protect. You should be able to connect with spirit in your own way. It's good to have all those others, like on YouTube, etc., and the advice that they have, but know that. But it's also important that you do things your own way and whatever feels comfortable with you. Okay, I have a question. Now the question is, what are some of the things to do if you're just starting on this path? Okay. Some of the things that you need to do is basically learning how to, your safety and protection is over the first and foremost, I feel. You'll need to be able to ground and protect yourself so that you're always, basically, especially before readings of any sort or any connection of any sort with spirit, you'll need to be able to have that straight connection. So by grounding and protecting yourself, you're enabling this to do so. Also finding within yourself. Okay, so basically for myself it was I want to learn how to do card readings. How do I go about that? So yes, I use the internet a lot for research. And then I also have been down to our local crystal shop where basically it has the works in there. So, I was just going in amongst the cards, so to speak, and I was having a look. I felt drawn to quite a few. So, as I was doing that, I grabbed the deck, and it just felt really right for me. Which was my first ever deck was a fairy deck by Doreen Virtue. It was learning the basics, so to speak. Now, depending on what you're wanting to get into, for myself it was wanting to learn about the cards. So going home, studying them, reading up in the guidebook, and just getting a feel for the cards themselves. Little did I know later on that I'd be actually doing my own deck, where I have my own 40 pack of oracle cards. Now my deck is based around children as well as adults alike, so anybody can use these, and they're child friendly. But then, and also in saying that, there's also the different areas that you have. You've got some people can see. You've got some people that can hear. So, for example, it's learning to know the difference, and with your safety is paramount, being grounded and protected, and allowing yourself to basically when you're asking for that protection and the grounding to Mother Earth, you know, that anything that comes through is of love and light. Everything needs to be surrounded by love and light, or else you'll end up. Is the cards or the reader where the message will come through? Okay, now basically to learn, I have learnt by reading for myself. Basically I do one card readings. Then I go pick on, basically after that I went and picked on the family. So it's sort of like, oh, let's try this out, you know. I need to know whether these are actually working or not. Trust was my major issue. You'll learn to grow in that too as you carry on walking in as a light worker, because there's a lot of things that you will actually learn to trust when you're working with spirit. And trust is a big one. Learning to trust your intuition is another one. So learning to read for others is a step-by-step thing. So start off with your family. You know, even one card readings, basically you shuffle the deck for them, and then if you get drawn to a card, pull it out. At first it might not always work 100%, but know that because you're still getting the feel for them. So you know, practice becomes perfection, really. So you'll get the hang of things very quickly, and the more you practice, the better off you get. And that's like in anything that you go into. The more you start applying things into your life, the better off you become. Yeah. So yes, Peg, they're very good validation for us as we live our life each day, and that's what they're based around. They're based around on focuses of the day. They're also based around what you need to know over the next short while. So generally with the way I've understood them and how they work is basically they work within a 2-week time frame. So anything that I get from the cards, basically are within a 2-week radius. So you know that, and for the people that I have read for, they've worked within the 2 weeks. So it's good confirmation that basically as you become stronger in your walk and your walk with spirit becomes almost like you're 2 in 1, basically. The validations of everything that comes about are very good inkling that you are doing a really good job, not only for yourself, but you're also doing that for the person that you're reading for. So that's a bit about starting out. There's different ways too that we have of our cleansing, because every day you've got a lot of stuff that you've carried on throughout the day. So you've got basically for yourself, it's learning how to cleanse yourself. So one of the natural attributes that I look at is the shower. Showering is also a good way of cleansing, getting rid of the day-to-day havoc of what you do, daily. So when you step outside your house, basically, and the people that you meet during your day, their energies that they have over you will come flaring over you, whether you realise it or not. Learning how to also, protect you and ground yourself for that, so that you're not carrying on too much or taking in too much of their energies. So basically, my basic shower cleansing ritual is to go and dunk myself in the shower. Imagine myself in the white light. And then basically I have like a blue light which I use for the negativity, and that comes down over my head and works its way through my body, and it's followed by white light. So the pure white light will come and press it down, and as it goes down into Mother Earth, so to speak. And that's how I imagine it happening. And once it hits the center of the earth, it diminishes. So basically you're not going to bed or in the evening, you're more relaxed in the evening because you've released yourself of all the energies that you've collected up through the day of not only yourself but others that you've had in association with. So that's one of the real basic ways of cleansing. Not unless you're a summer buff and you enjoy the beach like we do, and we go down to the ocean every chance that we can, just to go and have a dunk in the water. Or even with the likes of just walking in nature. Walking in nature is a pure joy and beauty in itself. It's able to being able to connect with Mother Earth. It's been able to sort of rejuvenate and regenerate yourself, to give yourself that opportunity to just be in the moment. That's also very relaxing, and it's also very cleansing to do so. So one thing that I used to do was basically when we go out on an outing, and I knew we were going out on an outing, is basically, okay, because we'd always go on the outskirts of the city. So I'd be like, right, today, all that stuff that I've had today or I've dealt with over the last week, that stuff is going to stay because it's not going to interfere with my walk today in nature. So when I go to wherever we're heading to or wherever we're gone or going, it allows me to be clear-minded. So it allows me to be clear-minded, and it allows me to think basically of what I want to be able to do. So it's basically a time for rejuvenating, regenerating, and just being at one with Mother Earth. And so allowing that time to just be. And then coming back into the city, I'll be like, right, all that stuff that I had over the week and everything that I have left behind, it is gone. I will no longer have to deal with that. And it does. And it's another way of me just letting go and cleansing with everything that's been going on. So, different ways of doing stuff, but they're all very effective. It's finding the right one that's effective for you and what you want to do. Right, in a few minutes we will be going for a break, and then we will be back. And when we come back, I will be walking you through the safety part of, your first steps of becoming a light worker, and also their explanations and why it's so important to have these things put in place for yourself.
Cup e-Zine, an online magazine that is given out freely. The wide range of promotional is unlimited. We take pride in bringing it all together for you. And we recognize that it is hard to reach a lot of people by just having a website, or even those writers that do not have the means to advertise or have a website. This website will provide its free services of advertising and giving others a platform to share their experiences, skills, and ability. For we believe that it is through others we learn not only of others but of ourselves as well. So, if you need a chat room to hold sessions, we can provide that with audio and video for classes, workshops, or just single sessions. Contact us to see what we can provide with our special features and promotional experience. And it is all free. Yes, free. Join us and meet other like-minded people, because that is what makes OTC the place to be. OffTheCupEZine.com.
Hi everybody, I'd like to welcome you back to the second part of my show today. All right, now during this time we are going to basically focus on your safety and staying safe, also your basic grounding and protection. Also, later on we'll get into a bit about connecting and disconnecting with spirit, because being able to stay tuned into spirit all the time is not a good thing. You need to also be able to live your life, so allowing times like a 9-to-5 job basically for this. So as we go through, we'll get a bit more into that. So basic grounding. Okay, so there are many ways, for a person to ground themselves. You may have your own special way of grounding. Some people like to walk outside in their gardens, taking your shoes off in the park as you walk through the grass, and just feeling that soft feeling through your toes and the soles of your feet. Taking a walk along the beach, whether in the water or on the sand, is just feeling a sense of connection to Mother Earth. All of these are a few of the many ways in which you ground yourself. What is grounding? Grounding is allowing you to connect with Mother Earth, or our Earth core, to balance or steady ourselves in our daily living. By doing so, it enables to keep us alert and aware of everything that is going on in the world, as well as in spirit. Grounding is also used in psychic and spiritual work to connect with your higher self, angels and spirit guides. So, it is very important to do so. Another specific way of grounding too is imagining basically you have, like how a tree goes, and you've got the roots coming out of the tree. So that's another way of rooting yourself to the earth, or just grounding yourself to the earth, is imagining coming out of the soles of your feet. And that's very effective. That's basically how I started my walk as a spiritual person. So that's basically grounding and the importance of grounding. Protection can be done in many different ways as well. You have the options of some people will surround themselves with white light. Some people will do a ball of white light or a cloak, so that your whole body is covered and protected from anything negative, and basically, it doesn't really matter in which way you do it, as the choice is yours also, and what's suited best for you and what you feel more comfortable is. Protection is also done best with your best intentions. So know that. So basically, what I call, half pie, car pie. So basically, you can't go in, half in, half out type. So when you ask for protection, it's asking for you to. It's asking for you to be able to ask for a full cover of white love and light to cover you and protect you from any danger or anything that's out there to harm you. Very important for you to use these two specific things. It keeps you, like how it was in grounding, it enables you to connect positively with spirit. It enables you to also be grounded and protected for the readings that you do, for your learning, and your growing. The next bit that we'll be looking at is basically, shutting yourself down. okay? Learning to close yourself off, allowing yourself to be open, basically 24/7 is not healthy for you. It can be actually quite draining and very tiring. Depending on, what you've used in your grounding and protection, when you're doing readings and so forth, you should be feeling confident enough to know that basically what energies come through from a person that you're reading for or connecting with, it shouldn't, you're doing okay when basically you're not draining. Your energy is not draining. You're doing okay when basically, after you're finished doing a reading, that you're not tired. Your energy levels are still high. You've done your grounding and your protection properly when that happens. At first, you might not feel so. After a reading, you might be getting very drained and wondering why. It's because you haven't grounded yourself or protected yourself properly. To do this work, you should be at a stage where you're, or eventually at a stage where you won't be drained at all. Hungry, yes. But, you shouldn't be drained from any readings that you look at doing for, future readings that you do. Okay? So, we are going to look at connecting and disconnecting with spirit. Okay? It's like having a 9-to-5 job. Okay? It's making sure that these guys know and they understand that basically, okay, between the hours of 9 and 12, I'm available to connect or do a reading for people. And then I'll have a lunch break from just 12 to 1, so to speak, and I'll start again at 1 to 4. So how you actually work your life daily and how you go to a job where you have a 9-to-5 job, the same process starts for these guys. Okay? So basically, for myself, it's allowing these times, certain times, to work in, and basically acknowledging that and declaring that to these guys. So, okay, so I'm going to work between 9 and 4. I'm going to have an hour break in between all that, and a little time out for myself. Before 9 and after 4, that's my time. You need to make sure or ensure that you stipulate a time frame for yourself. Positive time management. Because you do not want to be connected basically 24/7. As I said, it becomes very draining for yourself. And also you become very tired, and your connections with spirit will also be at a very low level and not as good or not as strong as what it would be if you had allowed your time to basically work within a time frame. So if you allow yourself, like say Monday to Friday, I'm going to work between 9 to 4, for instance. I'm going to have a break between 12 and 1 and allow that time to, just rest and be, so be it. And then having, allowing your time, the evenings, to be yours, is the best possible way for you. It's the most healthiest way for you, and it works. Yeah, so, that's basically how things work. Also, staying safe with readings is I've got some simple guidelines for staying safe while you do your psychic work. One of them is never putting yourself in a situation that feels dangerous or where you feel threatened, not even a little. Okay? You do not want to have yourself in that situation. When you start feeling uncomfortable and your intuition was telling you basically that gut feeling is sort of like cringing up, or your heart's sort of like crinkling up at the start of it, if it means to say, oh, sorry, I can't do this, then so do it, because you never know where that could lead. And you're looking at basically your own protection, okay? Never work with a person or people who make you feel uneasy, especially if you're doing advanced training in mediumship, such as a trance work for instance. So you can never work alongside people like that. They interfere, they can drain, and basically they're not taking things serious enough for you to be able to connect fully, and you lose concentration on a lot of sense. Another one that you should pay attention to is trust your own sense and not what others tell you. So go by what it's always good to go to others for advice, so forth, on how to learn how to do things and whatever have you. But find your own unique way of doing things. Find what's right for you. By doing so, you're learning to trust in yourself. You're growing within yourself, and also it gives you a one-on-one basic knowledge of spirits, because you're also learning to trust in spirit. Through experience there comes knowledge, but be aware of the start that on the other side there are many levels. Creatures, beings, and people all reside in spirit form, but all are where they are best suited to be, mixing only with their own kind. Those dwelling on higher levels possess great beauty, love, and harmony. They are concerned with helping all progress of the highest good. Those on the lower levels, however, are more physical, brutish, and material by nature. The lower the level, the more dense and dark and heavy the energy becomes. So this is why you need to be able to protect yourself, ground yourself, and also staying safe. Coming down this road is not an easy path, and you can encounter a lot of things. So it's knowing those basics of basically learning how to stay safe, learning how to protect yourself, and learning how to ground yourself is an extra light, for yourself. It's extra knowledge for yourself. A lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people need to know this. The more that you enhance or grow in your walk, know that it just doesn't stop at basically learning card readings or learning how to do intuitive readings, or learning how to become a medium. Once you start one, you'll be slowly progressing through all the other different fields of what a light worker does. And And as you grow, you'll also have a bright light shining around you. And this is what the lower levels look at. Oh, wow, she's learning too much, so we can play with her. And if you're not protected, grounded, or learning how to stay safe, it gives an open door opportunity for these lower level spirits to basically play. So as you grow, and the more that you grow, you'll find that your protection, as so call it, not only goes towards yourself. You'll look at protecting your families, anyone that's close to you. Because the way that these lower levels work is if they can't get you or distract you in any way of your walk, they'll go through the people that are closest to you to try and prevent you from continuing on your journey, so to speak. And they'll stop at nothing to ensure that that will happen. So the only way that you're able to make sure that they can't interfere is by protecting you and extending your protection out to your families and the people closest to you. Anybody that you think that anyone that you think that is basically within your actual everyday encounter, these people are the ones that you will need to protect. So it's something that it's something that you will learn, and you will grow in, and you will accomplish over time. Know that everything is done in baby steps, and not according to your doing. So basically, when you want things to happen, don't expect them to happen like now. It doesn't work that way. They have a timing for these things, and time is no matter. They have no inkling of time. What could be basically 10 years to us could be a minute to them. So it's understanding that process and learning that whole thing in itself is is amazing. So basically that's all you guys really need to focus on at the beginning, and getting yourself strong and secure in just that, just knowing how to stay safe, protection and grounding. If I can't say it enough, I'm not doing my job advising you guys that protection, grounding and staying safe. Protection, grounding and staying safe. Can't say it enough. And and then if you've got those in place, then it makes your job and everything that you do a lot more easier. We have 6 minutes to go, but I just thought basically we'll go into a little bit of meditation knowledge, so to speak, or settling the chatter of your subconscious mind. Basically that, it's really funny how this is, because our minds are just full on, okay? and they just are forever going. It took me ages to be able to settle the chatter of my mind. Basically, I had a lot of hassles trying to settle at nights because my brain was just continuously going. I couldn't stop thinking. I have a recommendation for you fellas, which is very simple and easy, and it can be done basically at any time. It's also done very well, very well at the times of when you're having alone time. So it's being able to sit and relax, taking time out for yourself and for myself. I used to tell myself, it's like a mantra, I used to tell myself that basically I am beautiful, I am the power, I am truly gifted in the work that I do, and I am the best. And then after that, I used to go into basically like a breathing thing of focusing on my breathing. So instead of trying to focus on quietness and stillness, I used my breathing as a guide towards meditation. So every breath, I'll be like, I'm beautiful. And then the next breath, I am power. Next breath, I am truly gifted in this work. The next breath, I am the best. And then I also did the thing of just allowing a few quiet breaths of just basically focusing on how, to breathe properly. So just breathing in and out. And basically that's all I was doing. Right? Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And it started to become emotion. And then once I got myself basically concentrating on that, the chatter in my subconscious mind started to fade. So it takes a few times because you're expecting things to happen. So just basically learning how to, if it gets too uncontrollable, it's basically focusing on your breathing. So, okay, and then when you're breathing in, you go breathe in. In your mind, you're going breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And as you do that, the voice in your head starts becoming a lot, it fades off a bit. Next minute, you're able to just not think of anything at all. Took me 2 weeks, but I got there eventually. But, that's a little bit of a practice for everybody. Okay, and we're just about at the end of the show for today. Next week, we are looking at a continuation of today. So I'm looking forward to that. So thank you very much all for having me today and for being a part of the show. And I look forward to seeing or being with you all next week.
Hello and welcome. You're listening to OTCR, the radio station that shines and shares its light